I'd like to recognize the gentleman from Kansas, Mr. Estes.
Thank you, Ranking Member Worlarski, and thank you to Speaker Ryan and Robert Barrett Dord for joining us today as witnesses. You know, we've talked so much about how the bipartisan effort in the 1990s was basically changed the path to poverty, and how Republicans on Ways and Means played such a critical role in doing that. You know, one example out of that was in my home state of Kansas, allowed TANF dollars to go to the JAG program, which helps high-risk high school programs and high school students graduate and sets them on a successful career path. The JAG graduation rate in Kansas is 91% and an 80% employment rate. So that's kind of the records that we've seen that can happen when people get into good jobs and good careers. You know, the bottom line is the Democrats and President Biden have forgotten that message of the welfare reform from 25 years ago, that the best way to reduce poverty is a job. And Democrats and Republicans agree that we should support families, but we believe we can best do that by providing opportunities and encouraging workers and economic growth. I know we've talked a lot about data and information, and particularly with the latest round of things that are being gathered. I didn't know if there's anything else that Speaker Ryan, you wanted to add that we hadn't mentioned already, or Robert, you want to add in terms of that, in terms of what data is out there and what we could use and how we can use it?
I'm trying to be sensitive to time. I've got a foreign policy speech at noon. So I think you guys got it. You guys know this stuff. I think you got it.
The only thing I would mention is family formation. We've sort of leveled off in the percentage of households being raised by single parent families. And I have some concerns that we're going to go back to rising number of single parent families, and that will lead to more poverty. There is a potential that our long, steady decline in teen pregnancy, which has occurred over a long period of time, partly influenced by welfare reform policies, might also be reversed. And that's not something that we should take lightly. And so less work, less strong families will lead to more poverty. And in my view, as this former speaker says, we have the moral high ground because our solutions have actually been more effective in helping the people that are most in need in the United States.
All right, great. Thank you. I'll yield back.